Let's dig right into the portal and look at the alerts page. Alerts can be set up for specific platforms within the Citrix ITM portal to allow you to know whenever there's a drop or an anomaly in response time or throughput or availability. So let's go and create one just as an example. Go to Add Alert, and for this we'll call it Test Alert. Under Alert Type, you're able to specify whether it's a radar or a sonar alert, radar being our real user measurements, and sonar being our synthetic testing that we have for those same platforms. For now, we're going to pick radar, and we'll select a platform, just as an example, AWS US West. This can be any one of your platforms with radar measurements for them, or it can be any one of your platforms with sonar measurements for them. And if you'd like to compare them against other platforms, you can also select the peers option here. This will end up averaging them into a single value, and so you can get the pool of platforms together in a single alert. We're not going to do that right now, but we are going to go and adjust the granularity for the alert. So here you can add specific locations that you want to monitor. For the beginning, we'll select the United States. And we can select either a range for the networks, or we can select all of the networks, or we can select specific networks. So let's say I just want to pick Comcast for now. I could then go and add another country by clicking Add Location. I can pick Australia, select a network in Australia. This one will select the top 80%. So these are the networks with the top traffic in Australia that we're going to be getting alerted on. Next, I'm going to go and specify what's the KPI I want to actually be alerted for. Is it response time, is it availability, or is it throughput, as I previously mentioned? Now, for the minimum duration, I would be careful of setting it anything below 15 minutes, as what will happen is you will get an email for those alerts whenever they occur. So if you select 5 minutes, that might actually yield a lot of alerts going to your inbox. So you should either have very good filtering set up or do some trial and error and see what's an acceptable value for you and what are you willing to tolerate in terms of being informed. Again, going back to what we're actually setting, if we select response time, we'll set a minimum value threshold that we'd want to be alerted upon. Or if we set availability, we can say a maximum value that we'd want to know about. So if the availability dropped below, say, 95%, which is quite high, we would get an alert about it for those platforms on those networks. Next, we specify the emails that we want these alerts to be sent to, and then the type of alert that, and then lastly, the minimum interval, which is the interval between alert emails. And lastly, just click complete. You will then have an alert created for a platform, and you will be notified whenever an anomaly is detected on that platform.